Thanks for joining us here at noon. I'm Jim Stratman. We begin with rising tensions in the Middle East. Overnight, Israel struck Hezbollah militants in Beirut just hours after the largest ever ballistic missile attack on Israel. Explosions lit up the night sky as Iran launched over 200 missiles into Israel. Many were intercepted by Israeli defense systems and U.S. forces, but multiple Israeli military bases were hit.
The blast radius here is about 200 meters. You can see what it did to that car. The missile essentially disintegrating on impact here, and the crater it left behind is about 30 feet deep.
After the attack, Israel targeted a single Iranian radar installation, but a larger response is expected soon. Israel could target Iranian oil infrastructure, but a U.S. official tells ABC News Israel will not hit Iranian nuclear sites. Now, the tensions from the missile strikes are being felt in our area, in both the Jewish and Iranian communities. WHAS11's Clarice Shaley shares their thoughts.
Iranian missiles hit Israel.
Definitely shock.
An attack felt even here in Louisville.
You know, fortunately for the world Jewish community, but particularly here in the United States and over in Israel, the last year has been worrisome.
Trent Spoelstra with the Jewish Federation of Louisville thinks about the one-year anniversary quickly approaching of the war against Hamas, and so close to an important reflective holiday. Rosh Hashanah starts Wednesday.
I think about people in Israel, the last thing they should have to do is run toward bomb shelters and hide from Iranian missiles. They should be getting ready for the Rosh Hashanah holiday that's starting in less than 24 hours.
As Spoelstra and other members of the Louisville Jewish community reach out to friends and loved ones still in Israel, there's a fear of escalation. Political scientist Kurt Jefferson of Louisville's Spalding University believes this was a retaliation attack.
I think it will continue to be a support operation by the U.S. I don't see the United States picking up any slack for Israel in terms of ground operations or other things of that nature.
I reached out to many local connections to Iran for a reaction to this event. Haley Karimi is a professor at Bellarmine University. And she said, I hope these leaders find a path for peace instead of pursuing this path for war. We need unity to bring our world together as one planet. In Louisville, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 on your side.
When asked by reporters what the response to Iran would be, President Biden said, quote, that is an active discussion right now and remains to be seen. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell says we need to take action now. In a statement, McConnell said, quote, it's not enough to intercept missiles and drones moments before they reach civilians in Israel or U.S. personnel in the Red Sea. It's time for America to act like the friend of Israel we claim to be. McConnell went on to say the U.S. needs to replenish Israel's supply of weapons and ammunitions. Let's go ahead and bring in Sam Gabrielli, meteorologist, in here. Sam, we are expecting a string of really, fantastic days.
Phenomenal, Jim. Literally 10 out of 10 days coming up upon us here across Kentucky. And today, the coolest day, most likely, of the next 7 days and possibly even beyond. We're just going to be picking up sunshine each and every day throughout the course of the week. And we're not waking up. We're enjoying the afternoon so far with temperatures at the noon hour striking the middle to upper 60s. Bowman Field's currently sitting at 65, downtown at 67. Much of the morning hours, we're hovering in the 50s in downtown and some lower 50s to even upper 40s found in portions of southern Indiana. So not a bad afternoon to get your day started. A little bit brisk, though, for being in early October so far as we've hit the noon hour. Bedford so far still only at 61 degrees. So as we get you into the afternoon, hour by hour, looking to be striking 73 in Louisville. And keep in mind, there's no chance of rain hour by hour today. We're just going to be picking up some very relaxing type of air outside, of course, low humidity. And yesterday's cold front is now well to the east of us, mainly across Appalachia. We have some cooler, drier air to the west of us. And, of course, that'll be opening the door for very pleasant conditions today, tomorrow, heading into Friday. In fact, we're going to be right at normal as we get you into the daytime hours tomorrow. High 77. And tonight, we're going to dip down to a crisp 52 degrees before more 80s are in the works for us beginning Friday and going into the weekend. So in a few more minutes, I'm going to be talking about more quiet days ahead of us day by day, and temperatures should be staying at average value as we get into the remainder of this week, Jim. So I'll let you know who has the best chance of seeing some light patchy areas of fog into the next couple of mornings this week. But all in all, we're looking to be in the clear. Your full forecast moments ahead.
Appreciate it, Sam. Thank you very much. Well, we do have a traffic alert for you. The St. James Court Art Show is this weekend, and with that comes a whole bunch of road closures in Old Louisville, some of which are starting this morning. This morning, St. James Court from Magnolia Street to Hill Street and Magnolia Street from 3rd to 6th were shut down, and many more roads are set to follow tomorrow. We've got a whole list of closures posted on our website, WHAS11.com, right now. All of the streets are scheduled to reopen around 11:30 p.m. on Sunday, October 6th. We now know the identity of the man shot and killed on Bowling Avenue in the Park Hill neighborhood Monday night. LMPD says officers first responded to the scene for a shot spotter run that turned into a shooting. When they arrived, they found 18-year-old Darrell Moxie Jr. with gunshot wounds outside of a house. He died at that scene. Right now, police are working to determine a motive and any suspects. If you have information, you're asked to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. After a federal judge dismissed the most serious charges against them, 2 former LMPD officers have been indicted again in the Breonna Taylor case. The superseding indictment filed Tuesday by the U.S. Attorney's Office amends the original indictments against Joshua Janes and Kyle Meany. Now, among those charges, Janes and Meany are accused of depriving Breonna Taylor of her rights. Federal prosecutors argue Janes falsified the warrant that led officers to her home, and Meany approved it, knowing it contained false information. The new indictment comes after federal judge Charles Simpson of Louisville ruled the warrant was not the cause of Taylor's death. In a statement, Janes's attorney, Thomas Clay, told us, quote, "We have received the superseding indictment, which raises new legal arguments. We are researching our response." An attorney for Meany did not want to comment. A Jefferson County grand jury has indicted a man for a deadly shooting in the Highlands this past summer. Ramon Robinson is charged with murder and tampering with physical evidence, among other charges. Investigators say Michael Batchelor was shot and killed on Morton Avenue on August 11th. This shooting happened around the same time as another shooting around the corner on Baxter Avenue. Robinson was expected in court today at 10. We've learned some new details about the moments before a Kentucky judge was killed in his courthouse chambers. Sean Steins, the now former sheriff of Letcher County, is accused of killing Judge Kevin Mullins on September 19th. In court, detectives played a video showing Steins and Mullins inside the judge's chambers. Police say the two got into an argument after Steins saw his teenage daughter's number on the judge's phone. Police say Steins then shot Mullins several times as he sat behind his desk. During his testimony, one detective talked about Steins' demeanor after that shooting.
He was mostly calm, I thought. I mean, I talked to him, but he didn't say nothing about why this had happened. But he was calm. He was kind of afraid that basically all he said was, "Treat me fair." That's basically the comments he made.
But yes.
The judge found probable cause for the murder charge and sent the case to a grand jury.